Hey guys, got my drink of choice here. This would be let's see, what is this? Pineapple coconut rum with cranberry juice. I believe the drink is called a Malibu Bay Breeze because of the Malibu rum that's normally in it. This is not Malibu brand though, so it may just be a Bay Breeze with the coconut or something. I don't know. It's good though. Okay, I had to take a sip. Well, my whistle is heavy on the booze, but there's nothing wrong with that. All right, this is part 4 of my Barnes & Noble 50% off sale on the Criterion collection. You know, I'm a big Criterion fan for lots of reasons. I think they're the types of films you can watch your whole life. There's some things I'm amused with from time to time, but I don't know that they'll be something I want to watch, you know, later in life. But these are, they're also ones that, you know, you can introduce to other people, and most of them. I'm looking at a couple here. One in particular that I'm not sure I'd introduce to many people. Anyway, let's get on with it. I've got 2 this time that came in the mail. Most of the other ones I ordered, or I didn't order. I actually went to the store, 4 states, 5 different Barnes & Nobles. It might have been 6. But these, after I made my trip, I made my rounds, my business trip, you might have seen if you watched my other video, you saw that I was at the lake, at our cottage, kind of doing unboxings there, nice outdoor area. And then on the way home, we stopped at a Barnes & Noble in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania, and I was able to pick up 2, which were in part 4. Now these were, when I came home, they were waiting for me. They had arrived in the interim. So now I'll show you these. One I was really excited to get. The other one was kind of this is a blind buy, but I want to show it to you. And I've already opened these and looked at the insides, but I'll talk about these a little bit. The first one is a film by Paolo Sorrentino. This starring the great Tony Servillo. It's 142 minutes long in color, 5.1 surround sound in Italian with English subtitles, 2.351 to 1 aspect ratio. This is a 2013 film, but boy, I'll tell you what, it looks like it could be a lot older, at least from the outside of it. It's called The Great Beauty. It's the story of a playboy, an aging playboy, who's kind of had his run of the town and women and booze and everything else. And now he is needing something more, perhaps. I haven't watched this movie yet. I'm going by what it says on the back here. See the extras. For decades, journalist Jep Gambardella has charmed and seduced his way through the glittery nightlife of Rome. Since his legendary success of his only novel, he has been a permanent fixture in the city's literary and elite social circles. But on his 65th birthday, Jep unexpectedly finds himself taking stock of his life, turning his cutting wit on himself and his contemporaries, and looking past the lavish nightclubs, parties, and cafes to find Rome itself in all its monumental glory, a timeless landscape of absurd, exquisite beauty, featuring sensuous cinematography, a lush score, and an award-winning central performance by the great Tony Servillo. This transporting experience by the brilliant Italian director Paolo Sorrentino is a breathtaking Fellini-esque tale of decadence and lost love. Paolo Sorrentino. Do that one more time there. New interview with the actor Tony Servillo. New interview with screenwriter Umberto Cantarello. 2K digital film transfer supervised by the director. 5.1 surround DT SHD master audio soundtrack on the Blu-ray. New conversation between Sorrentino and Italian cultural critic Antonio Manda. So some cool stuff on this. Just looked like it'd be something I'd like. So that is it was one of the ones that I ordered and I was waiting. I actually ordered it from the lake. I was managed to get a little cell phone service. Don't always have it. I was able to do that. The other one sits probably on my shelf right here, but you're just out of your view. I've opened this one. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the plastic on it yet. I'm just kind of messing with it. I think of everything I got, this is the one I was the most excited about, but we'll see after I watch them all. We've got some pretty good ones here, including another one by this director. But this is the film trilogy, the God Trilogy, so-called, by Ingmar Bergman. Through a Glass Darkly, Winter Light, and The Silence. These were ones I really wanted. I'm interested in Bergman's God Trilogy for a lot of reasons. One is the story of a woman struggling to find her faith. Another one is, well, let me go to the back here and read some of this so you can hear for yourself. In 1960, Swedish director Ingmar Bergman began work on 3 of his most powerful and representative films, eventually presented as a trilogy. Already a figure of international acclaim for such masterpieces as The Seventh Seal and The Magician, Bergman turned his back on the expressionism of the 50s work to focus on a series of chamber dramas exploring faith and alienation in the modern age. Collaborating with a new cinematographer, the distinguished Sven Nykvist, and evoking searing performances from his refined cast, Bergman unleashed Through a Glass Darkly, Winter Light, and The Silence in rapid succession, exposing moviegoers worldwide to a new level of intellectual and emotional intensity. Drawing on Bergman's own upbringing and ongoing spiritual crises, the films of the trilogy examine the necessity of religion and question the promise of faith. So each one of the 3, and there's 3 movies on here, of course. Disc 1 is Through a Glass Darkly. It's 89 minutes. It is monaural in Swedish with optional English subtitles. 1.33 to 1 aspect ratio, as they all have. They're all black and white. They're all between 80 and 95 minutes. This one's happens to be 89. Winter Light is 80, and the 3rd disc is 95 minutes, which was The Silence. All in Swedish, as I said. Then disc 4 is Bergman makes a movie. It's 146 minutes, and it's actually the story of Winter Light being made. So that's kind of cool. Then this 4-disc set features high-definition transfers of the whole trilogy, the extraordinary feature-length 5-part documentary, which was produced for Swedish television, editing, showing the production and editing of Winter Light through to its 1962 premiere in Stockholm. Includes interviews with Bergman, cinematographer Sven Nykvist, actor Gunnar Bjorstrand, and others. Exploring the film, new video discussions with Bergman biographer Peter Cowie. Focusing on the trilogy and the director's inspiration, actors, cinematic style, and religious confrontations. A couple of essays, well actually about 4 essays. Poster gallery of the films of the trilogy, so on and so forth. So, I'm just going to take a look at one of these. Let's take a look at Through a Glass Darkly. Each one of these comes in their own case. Well, I got time to look at all of them. Let's do that. So here's this one. There's a summation of the plot on the back, along with any special features that are on this particular disc. So this one is, while vacationing on a remote island retreat, a family's already fragile ties are tested when Karen discovers her father has been using her schizophrenia for his own literary means. As she drifts in and out of her lucidity, her father, Gunnar Bjorstrand, husband Max von Sydow, and younger brother Lars Pasgard are unable to prevent Karen's harrowing descent into the abyss of mental illness. Winner of the 1962 Academy Award for Best Foreign Language Film, and featuring an astounding lead performance by Anderson. That would be Harriet Anderson. Through a Glass Darkly presents an unflinching vision of a family's near disintegration and a tortured psyche further taunted by God's intangible presence. If that sounds boring to you, then you're not me. That sounds really good. I like human drama, and this one's certainly going to provide that for me. So let's go to the next one. Winter Light. This one's about a priest, obviously, or a minister. It's a priest, actually. Oh, hello. Almost knocked the whole thing over. God, why did you desert me? With Winter Light, master craftsman Ingmar Bergman explores the search for redemption in a meaningless existence. In this stark depiction of spiritual crisis, a small-town pastor, Thomas Eriksson, Gunnar Bjorstrand, performs his duties mechanically before a dwindling congregation. When he's asked to assist a troubled parishioner, Max von Sydow, with his debilitating fear of nuclear annihilation, Thomas is terrified to find that he can offer nothing but his own uncertainty. Beautifully photographed by Sven Nykvist. Winter Light is an unsettling look at the human craving for personal validation in a world seemingly abandoned by God. There's some of the extras you can read for yourself. You see the rest. Again. And the inside. There's a disc on the inside, and there's some of the chapters. There's a booklet here. It looks sort of like that. Pretty cool. And then lastly, well, almost lastly, is The Silence, last movie anyway. And this one, if you can look at the special feature while I read this. Traveling home by train through a country seemingly on the brink of war, two sisters, the sickly, intellectual Esther and the sensual, pragmatic Anna, along with Anna's young son Johann, are forced to disembark in an unknown city in order for Esther to rest. Attempting to cope with their alien surroundings, the sisters resort to their personal vices while vying for Johann's attention, and in doing so, sabotage what little remains of their ambiguous relationship. Regarded as one of the most sexually provocative films of its day, with captivating performances by Ingrid Thulin, Gunnel Lindblom, and Jørgen Lindström, Ingmar Bergman's The Silence offers a brilliant, disturbing vision of emotional isolation in a suffocating spiritual void. Yeah, that's a mouthful, huh? That's what the sisters and the son looks like. There's a chapter list. And this is, they really are going for his affections, I guess, or attentions. Yeah. All right, then. There is The Silence. Interesting cover there, huh? And then finally, this Ingmar Bergman makes a movie. Will be interesting for me. I told you basically what it's about. There's some look at Bergman. So, again, you've got The Silence, Winter Light, and Through a Glass Darkly. Interesting little inside there, too. Box is a little thin, but I'll deal with it. Really excited about that one. And then, of course, not to belittle or malign or overlook the great beauty, the modern film by Sorrentino, which may just be something special too. We'll see. Anyway, that's part 4. I've got one more part after this. Stuff I just ordered since I've been home. That should be arriving soon. And that'll wrap it up. And then I'll have one video to wrap the whole darn thing up as quickly as I can. Show you everything I got. That's it for now, guys. Take care.